the knees. Take the feet as wide as the mat and then just gently allow the knees to fall in. If taking the feet as wide is a little bit too much for the inside of the knees, and you can bring them a bit closer. And then close the eyes. Place the hands anywhere on the belly that's comfortable. And we'll just take a couple of rounds of releasing breath. So we'll inhale through the nose, into the hands, and then exhale out the mouth, as if you're sighing everything out. Inhaling through the nose, filling the chest, the belly, the sides of the body, and then exhale out of the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling, sighing out. And just seeing if you can keep that breath going for the next few minutes, so that loud exhale. And as you exhale, just feel the back of the body softening, sinking into the floor. Our practice today is based around our earth element. So you may not come across these yet in yoga. I think we did a water a couple of weeks ago, but with earth, we are getting very grounded. We are opening through the hamstrings, the lower back, the back of the body. And we're going to take our time, so taking our time to move with that mind-body connection, that body-breath connection, and seeing if we can find some stability, some security and comfort within each and every posture. Just keeping that heavy exhale going for a few more breaths. Maybe feeling the breath getting longer or deeper. Or maybe a little bit louder as we begin to let go. The shoulders spreading into the floor with the inhale. And the back of the body sinking into the mat with the exhale. Taking just one more breath here on our backs. And then just removing the hands from the belly, keeping the eyes closed. Closing the lips maybe if you're without a cold at this time of year. And seeing if you can breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Bringing the knees into the chest. Giving them a gentle hug, not too deep, not too far, and just a little rock from side to side. So feeling that lower back, pressing into the ground, into the mat. So we're just going to start our practice with a couple of yin poses today, where we can just hold the stretch for a little longer than normal, allowing the body to let go at its own pace. So when you're ready, just releasing the knees, so you can gently roll onto the right side, pressing up onto the bottom. And we're going to come straight into a half butterfly, so the left leg lengthens. We draw the right leg in, sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. The foot can be just gently flexed, so the knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. And then we simply fold forward over the hamstring. So a nice simple hamstring stretch to begin with. You may find that you don't have much space here to fold forward. So that's where our block or a pillow or a cushion may come in handy. So as you lift the hips, it gives you a little extra space just to fold forward. Know that it's okay to have the knee bent and the spine, it can curve. Maybe having the backs of the hands onto the floor so the palms are open. And still deepening that breath. Just allow yourself to be led by your intuition and the wisdom of the body. So using as little effort as possible, we're not forcing, we're not pulling. We're allowing the body to go where it needs to go today. Soften the face, the mouth, the jaw, the tongue. Maybe feel the stretch through the back of the body, so the spine, the space between the shoulder blades. Maybe the back of the neck as you really let go of the head. And then take a moment just to check in. Notice if there is anywhere you feel like you're holding back or holding on to. Anywhere you feel you are gripping. See if you can breathe into those spaces, if you can let go further. You can melt into this half butterfly pose. So take another 3 breaths here. And at the end of that third and final breath, keeping the eyes closed if you can, rolling up, maybe pressing the floor away very slowly. Lengthening the right leg out and coming back to lie on your back, so coming into Shavasana. This is just called a rebound pose in Yin, but it just gives us the opportunity to notice the subtle changes down that left side of the body. Maybe the warmth in the hamstring, maybe the openness in the lower back. The warmth in the left hip. And slowly, when you're ready, coming through the side, so rolling onto the side. So you can come onto the bottom. Then we'll do the other side. So the right leg lengthens now. We draw the left sole of the foot to the inside of the right leg. The groin, just anywhere that is comfortable. We're not working with alignment today. Flexing the foot just gently back to the hands into the floor. Inhaling. Then exhaling, softening, rounding, curving forward. So you may need to use your prop again, cushion, block, book, just to give you a little extra tilt forward with the pelvis. We may choose to bend the knee, getting deeper into the hamstring, being cautious of the back of the knee, and allowing the head to be really nice and heavy. A lot of the time we can find stretches, we can find depth, which just allowing the weight of the body to do the work for us. Still keeping that breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose. Be feeling the stretch into the lower back. Sitting bones, grounding down, connecting to the earth physically. Feeling that opening of the spine, the vertebrae, the spinal column, as you allow the head to be heavy, to fall, and the breath to go into the back, so into the rib cage. Notice any differences from the right hamstring, the right side, to the left that we did before. It's It's okay if one side is a little tighter. There's a little less mobility. As humans, we all do tend to favour one side for our injuries. Hold on to that scar tissue that just gets in the way sometimes of us finding length in that muscle. Just know that that's all okay, it's just part of our journey. It's part of learning more about our bodies this time on the mat. 3 more breaths. See if you can really begin to slow the breath down. We'll come onto the back again after that 3rd breath. So slowly rolling up, bone by bone, lengthening the left leg, removing any props if you had them, and just coming gently down onto the back. Palms open, eyes closed. Now notice those changes on the right side. They may be very little, very subtle. See if you can feel into the warmth. Feel into that sense of opening, of grounding. We'll take one releasing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out to the mouth. Bend the knees to bring the soles of the feet onto the floor. Tuck the chin round through the lower back, so you have to flatten through the pelvis. Feeling the spine nice and flat on the earth. We allow the knees to fall to the left. And we slowly bring the knees back into center. So inhaling knees to the right. Exhale, bring them into center. A few more times, inhale left. Exhale center. Drawing that belly button in, inhale right. Exhale center. One more time each side, so inhaling left. Exhaling center. Last time, inhaling right, allowing them to fall all the way to the side so you can roll onto the right side. Pausing there for a moment. Allowing that heart rate to regulate, to come back to normal. As we press ourselves onto our bottoms, bringing the soles of the feet together for butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. The heels can be as close to the groin, the pelvis as you need them to be. And then sitting tall through the crown of the head. Place the right hand down next to you and then lift the left arm up and overhead, keeping the eyes closed if you can. Grounding down through the sit bones, connecting to the mat, and trying to open through the chest. So we're finding that range of motion in the shoulders, the length down the left side of the body, relaxing the head, and seeing how long you can reach that top arm. You're going to take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, draw the belly in, begin to round diagonally forward as we come through center, reaching the hands forward, doing a nice big semicircle over to the other side so the left hand finds the floor. The right arm reaches up, grounding down through the sit bones. Again, you may find it helpful to sit on a little block or prop, just to find a little bit more opening in the hips. Close the eyes if they've opened. Allow the head to fall, to relax. And then reach the arm as far and as long as you can. One breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, begin to round the spine forward again, this time full butterfly pose. So we reach the arms forward. We lower the head, relax the elbows. And then maybe again take the backs of the hands into the floor so the palms are open towards the ceiling. Head bowed. And this is a really beautifully grounding posture here, as we have the sit bones in connection with the earth. the outside edges of the feet in contact with the floor, and also the backs of the hands. So just seeing if you can draw on that calm energy, that security, that comfort, that the earth is always there. It's never going to be whipped out from underneath us. And it's always got our back. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale. Slowly roll up, closing the knees together. Swinging the legs to the side to come onto the hands and knees. So the hands come under the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and just begin to wiggle those hips from side to side. See if you can release any pockets of tension. See if you can spread through the fingers. And then maybe take the bottom back towards the right heel into center, and then over to the left heel. Back to center, just doing that a few times. So back to the right heel, to center, to the left heel, and to center one more time, to the right heel, center, the left heel, center, coming back to tabletop. Begin to inhale, lowering the belly, lifting the chest. See if you can find length through the front of the body, looking up, exhaling, cat spine tuck. Pelvis, round spine, press the floor away, open through the back of the body. And then inhaling, rippling, lifting, looking up, looking forward, pressing the floor away. Exhale, tuck tailbone. Draw belly, squeeze the bottom, bring the chin into the chest. And then inhale, cow. Lifting the chest, moving vertebrae by vertebrae as you look towards the sky. We'll go one more time. Exhale, tuck tailbone, round, press, ripple through the spine. Inhaling, lengthening. Eyes of the elbows facing, look towards the sky. And then gently release back to tabletop. Making sure those knees haven't run away from you, they're underneath the hips. You're going to lengthen the right leg away from the body. A moment here to really spread through the fingers. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, pressing the floor away, spreading through the shoulders. And then inhale to lengthen and just gently lift the chest, so not too far, not a back bend, but lengthening the belly. Exhale, knee to nose, feeling those hands pressing into the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, last time, pressing the floor away. And then flexing the foot and taking the foot to the outside of the right hand, so into this lizard pose. A moment here to go forwards and backwards. Just getting into the hip, maybe side to side. And then slowly walking those hands forward, just the hands length, the hands width. Bending the elbows to take the chest down towards the floor and then lifting the chest as we press the floor away. So in jaguar pose, hips are nice and square. Begin to slowly reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then we'll take 3 circles going backwards with the arm. So the elbow can be bent or it can be long, wherever feels good for you. As if we're just playing or doing a bit of backstroke, and then going forward as if we're playing that air guitar or doing front crawl. Getting into the shoulder mobility. The last one. Hand finds the floor, walk the hands back in line with the heel, and then lengthen the right leg, keeping the bottom nice and high into our half split variation. So the knee might be bent still, that is okay. We're trying to find that squareness in the hip. So this is where that block may come in handy if you have one. Or just something to bring the floor a little higher. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhaling, bending the knee. Sole of the foot finds the floor. Hands come onto the mat also. And then send the right knee back. Knees together. Bottom to the heels, relax the elbows, the forehead to the floor. Child's pose. Again, just check in with that right side of the body. Notice all the subtle changes, the warmth, the openness, that channel of energy down the right side of the body. When you're ready, coming back to tabletop, hands under the shoulders. And this time we'll lengthen the other leg, so the left leg. Hips square, press the floor away. Exhaling knee to nose. Drawing the belly in. And then inhaling to lengthen the leg. To engage the glute, lift the chest, look forward, maybe up. Exhaling knee to nose. Belly button to spine. Inhaling to lengthen. To lift, to look. Last time, exhale. Drawing the belly button in, flexing the foot, then taking the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Again, we can go forwards and backwards. Just a gentle rock of the pelvis. And then side to side. Going into those hips, those hamstrings. And walking the hands forward, just that touch. Bend the elbows to take the chest down. So as if you're doing a little push-up, but obviously we can't get all the way down because of that left leg. Lift the chest, press the floor away, swoop the nose forward, jaguar pose. A moment here, feeling that stretch to the inside of the left thigh, into the left hamstring. And then lengthen the left arm up to the sky, opening the chest. Option here to do 3 circles backwards, elbow bent or arm long, whatever you have the range to do. And then going for 3 forward. Maybe getting a couple of cracks, a couple of clicks, don't worry. This means that you might need to do this a little bit more often. Placing the left hand on the floor, walking the hands back in line with the foot to then lengthen the left leg. Flex the foot again, you may need that block or book or something just to bring the floor a little further closer towards you. We're just getting a different part of the hamstring here. There's lots of muscles involved in the hamstring. It's not just one, unfortunately. We're just making sure we hit all angles, all parts. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Bend the knee, place the foot on the floor, the hands onto the floor if you're on the block. Swoop the knee back, knees together, child's pose, 3 breaths. Releasing the forehead. If you want to create a little cushion with the arms, you can. And we'll take 3 releasing breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Good. Release the hands onto the floor. Come through tabletop. Tuck under the toes. Float the knees off, keeping those knees soft, downward facing dog. So you may need to walk the hands a little further away from the feet. Maybe the feet a little wider than the hips. And then just have a pedal. So taking the left heel, then the right heel down simultaneously. How does it feel to move a little slower than usual? How does it feel to calm the central nervous system down? Just seeing how it all feels within the body, within the mind. Being aware. And seeing if you can continue that slow pace throughout the practice. Good. Slowly look towards the hands, begin to step the feet up towards the top of the mat, so you have to bend the knees, maybe coming onto the fingertips, forward folds, take hold of opposite elbow, in opposite hand, release the head, and then just swing from side to side from the hips. So we are getting into the hamstrings today, lots of forward folds, lots of stretching down the backs of the legs. Just to relieve any tightness in the hips, in the lower back. One moment here, just having a swing from side to side. And releasing the elbows, finding that stillness, the softness, and rolling up very, very slowly, pressing the floor. Scooping the pelvis under, inhaling, reaching the arms, hands find prayer, hands find heart. Close the eyes for a moment. We've come to stand. See if you can lift the toes and then plant each and every toe down onto the floor individually. Good, give it a go again. Lift all the toes. Feel the balls of the feet pressing into the floor. And then try the baby toe, rippling all the way up to the big toe on each foot. Good, one more time. Lift the toes. Baby toe, rolling all the way through to the big toe. Good, rounding down through those feet, rooting into the earth. Inhale, bring the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, taking the hands down the backs of the hamstrings, giving them a little rub, a little bit of warmth as we go there. Inhaling, halfway lift, so engage the quadriceps to release the hamstrings, finding that length through the spine. And then releasing the hands down to the floor. Bend the left leg, send the right leg behind you, lowering the knee. And then scoop the arms up into low lunge. Option to keep the toes tucked or to untuck. Relax the shoulders. Lift the chest. 3 breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, sinking into the floor. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way forward, placing them down on the floor and then coming into half split. So we flex the left foot. You draw the bottom back towards the right heel. Maybe you choose to sit on the right heel, or you keep the bottom nice and high. But again, you may need that block if you're struggling to get the hands on the floor. Option to bend the knees still. Lots of options, just doing what is best for your body. See if you can maybe curl the spine again, getting deeper into that belly of the hamstring. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly with control, bend the left knee. Maybe take your block with you to the top of the mat. You're going to bend the left leg, the hands come onto the floor, lifting the right knee and then seeing if we can transfer the weight into the left leg as we lift the right leg into standing split. So the foot may just be an inch or so off the floor. You may have the length and the strength, maybe lift it up towards the sky. Or maybe you want a coffee table or a block there just to keep that ground a little bit closer to you. 3 breaths here. See if you can take the gaze towards the ankle. 2 breaths. Last one. Good. Slowly with control, we're going to meet back in high lunge. So bending the left leg, sending the right leg all the way behind us, balls of the feet find the floor. And then the arms sweep up towards the ceiling. Good. 3 breaths here. Well done, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Try and tuck the pelvis, lengthen through the lower back. 2, inhale. Exhale. Good, last one, bending that left knee, inhale. Exhale. Good, placing the hands down to the floor. Step the left foot all the way back to plank. Lower the knees down to the floor, bend the elbows, so we take the whole body down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Squeeze the heels together, the elbows towards the ribcage. And then brushing the nose away, we inhale, lift the chest into cobra. So there's no pressing through the hands, we're using those back muscles, waking up the back of the body. 3 breaths, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, big breath in. Squeeze the heels together, exhale. Lower the body. Press through the heels, the hands back to child's pose. Again, 3 breaths here. Just to relax, to get that breath back to normal. Check in with that side of the body. And leaning back in downward facing dog whenever you are ready. Taking your time, pressing the floor away. Trying to round those, internally rotate the shoulders, so trying to get the armpits to face the floor. Pressing the mat, one breath in. Exhale out of the mouth. Good, look towards the hands at the top of the mat. Step the right leg, then the left leg forward, forward, fold. Hold it there for a moment. Allow the head to be heavy, say yes. Say no. And then soften the knees, roll up very, very slowly, pressing the floor away. Squeezing the bottom, circling the arms, hands find prayer. Exhale, hands find heart. Good, all of that on the other side. So spread through the toes again. See if you can really fan those feet out. Inhale, reach the arms up, look towards the thumbs. Exhale, diving over the hamstrings, taking the hands down the backs of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands find the floor, and this time the left leg steps back. Lower the knee, maybe untap the toe if you want to, or if you like the stretch, you can keep them there. Swooping the arms up. 3 breaths, relax the shoulders, inhale. Lift the chest, exhale. Good, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale, squeeze bottom. Exhale. Half split, so reach the arms as far forward as you can before they find the hand. Lengthen the right leg. Flex the foot and simply fold forward. So remember that bottom can come to the heel if you wish, or you can keep it nice and high if you want to get a bit deeper into the hamstring. But being careful of the back of the knee. If you do start to feel it in those ligaments around the back of the knee, then bend the knee. Really important. We look after our knees. We only get 2. Hips are nice and square, shoulders relaxed. One more breath. Good. Bending the right leg again, planting the foot down. Hands come just in front of the foot. Lift the back knee, send the weight forward onto the right leg as we gently float the left leg up towards the sky. Half split. Option to have those hands a little higher if you need to, maybe being on the fingertips or a block. We walk the hands a little closer towards the foot, taking the gaze towards the ankle. So imagine with this back leg that we've drawn a line up the back wall, all the way to the corner in the ceiling. So we've got to really engage that glute, use the strength. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Good, begin to bend the right leg as we send the left foot all the way back to high lunge. So toes tuck under, all of the foot finds the floor, and then we sweep the arms up. Whoa, she says, using that strength in the hamstring, relax the shoulders. 3 breaths here again. Maybe you choose to take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, big breath in. Big breath out. Take the hands down to the floor again. Step the right leg back. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, lower the body so the elbows go back as if we're doing a little push-up. Untuck the toes, squeeze the bottom, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, lift the face, the chest, come into cobra. 3 breaths, inhale, really engage the back muscles. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Maybe gently press the floor away. Inhale, exhale. Good, press through the heels of the hands back to child's pose. Create that little cushion for the forehead if the forehead doesn't find the floor, or if it does, allowing it to rest in the mat. 3 breaths, exhaling out of the mouth. Just clearing it all out. Taking your time. One last breath. Good, and then reach those arms forward. Coming back into downward facing dog. Taking your time, one breath here, inhale. Exhale. We're going to bend the knees, step, drop, jump or hop. You can drop if you want to Malasana. So taking those feet nice and wide. I always make words up when teaching yoga. Hands come to prayer. Elbows the inside of the knees. Lift the chest. Close the eyes. Malasana yogic squat. Great posture for grounding down through the feet, through the spine, but also growing tall through the crown of the head. So seeing if you can be the channel that connects the earth to the sky to the earth. Filling that space in between. We'll take 2 releasing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Remember, you can make adjustments if you need to. Last one. Exhale. Good. Place the hands down on the floor. Step, jump, or hop your way back to plank. Lower the knees. Lower the body. Untap the toes. Lift the chest into cobra. And then take yourself back to child's pose. Good. Just compress those hips for a moment. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale out to tabletop. Tuck toes, lift knees, down facing dog. Press the floor away. Float the right leg up towards the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Knee comes to the nose, and we place the foot between the hands as we lower the back knee. So a little quicker through it now. Reaching the arms up to low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Place the hands down on the floor. Send the bottom back towards the heel, half split. Releasing the head down. And then inhaling, coming forward, standing split. So the hands come in front of the foot. Lift the knee, float the leg. One breath here. Inhale, look towards the ankle. Exhale. Bend the right knee, send it all the way back to high lunge. Maybe the hands need to come onto the thigh now. To give yourself a helping hand up, inhale. Exhale. Left heel to the floor, warrior 1, inhale. Exhale. Hands come behind. Interlace the fingers, lift the chest, look up, squeeze the heels of the hands together. And then exhale, bow down, fold forward, humble warrior. Looking towards that back heel and squeezing the heels of the hands together. 2 more breaths, inhaling. Exhaling. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Release the hands. Place them down onto the floor, step the foot back, and again we lower the knees. We lower the body all the way down to the earth, keeping the elbows close. Untuck the toes, squeeze the bottom. Lift the chest, maybe a little higher now, cobra. And then exhale, lower. Press back to child's pose. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale. 2 more, taking your time. Good, making your way back to downward facing dog, so spreading through those fingers, tucking the toes, lifting the bottom nice and high, and then floating that left leg up to the sky. Knee to nose. Flex the foot, take the foot between the hands, big step forward. Maybe you need to give it a little helping hand. Lower the knee. Swoop the arms, low lunge, inhale. Exhale. Place the hands down onto the floor. Half split, 1 breath. Hopefully feeling warmer, walking the hands forward in front of the foot, half split, floating the foot off the floor. Looking towards the ankle, inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, send the right leg back, high lunge. Maybe the hands come through the thigh. Maybe you swoop them straight up to the sky, inhale. Exhale. Good, right heel finds the floor, one breath, warrior one. Sweep the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the heels of the hands together. Lift the chest, look up. Then exhale, fold forward, bowing down, left shoulder to left knee. And the arms grow up and over the head. Gazing towards that back heel again. Squeezing those wrists towards each other. One breath, inhale. Exhale. One more for fun. Inhaling, bending the left leg. Exhaling. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Release the hands. Place them onto the floor. And then step the left leg back. Option here to lower the knees down, or if you're feeling nice and strong today, see if you can bend the elbows, keeping the knees lifted and slowly lowering the body all the way down to the earth. Good, untap the toes. Lift into cobra, squeeze the bottom. Exhale, bottom to heels, child's pose. 3 releasing breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly come onto the hands, just so you can move the feet to one side. And then the bottom onto the mat. Swooping those legs now out in front of you. You may wish to sit on that block or pillow again. We're going to flex the feet. Feet are hip distance. And then we fold over both of those legs. Back to our nice, long, juicy stretches. And these feet can be flexed or they can be relaxed, but just making sure that the knees aren't falling out to the side, that you're trying to keep them nice and active, but also letting go through the backs of the legs. Allowing the head to be heavy, the arms to be heavy, the backs of the hands onto the floor. And seeing if you can come back to this stability, this security, this sense of feeling grounded, feeling calm. Head's nice and heavy. Maybe you're holding on somewhere in the back of the leg or in the neck. Seeing if you can let go. And just take 5 more breaths here. Maybe feeling the stretch into the lower back, as well as the hamstrings. If you have a block or something, maybe it feels nice for you to rest the forehead on the block. If you feel like it's accessible, or you can build it up a little higher, just allowing yourself to really let go. Just 3 more breaths. And then slowly rolling up, bone by bone. Good, releasing that block to the side if you use it. Shuffling forward so you can come down to lie on the back again for a few moments. Just checking in with that body again, seeing how it's feeling, particularly the back of the body. Can you let go into the ground a little deeper, a little more heavily than you did at the beginning of class? We're going to bend the knees so the soles of the feet can come into the floor. Crossing the right ankle over the left, opening the knee, and then just getting into the glutes. So that is including the back of the body also. Floating the left foot off, posting that right hand through the hole, meeting it on the other side with the left hand. We've got the fingers interlaced on top of the knee or just below on the shin. Tuck the chin. Draw the shoulder blades into the floor. Feel that stretch into the glute, the bottom, maybe a little bit of the hamstring. And close the eyes if they've opened. See what it's like to really draw yourself inwards. And know that right now you're exactly where you need to be. Not only does yoga make you stronger, more flexible, more supple, less prone to injury, but also makes you calmer, less anxious, and the ability to maybe work better because you're not focusing on all those other thoughts going on in the mind. So seeing if you can really draw yourself inwards and reap the benefits of the practice. Slowly letting go of the fingers. So the sole of the left foot can find the floor. Lengthen the right leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe you take behind the hamstring. Maybe you take behind the calf. Relax the shoulders into the floor. And then take a few rotations through the ankle. And going the other way. Drawing the leg in maybe a little bit further, without pressing into the left foot, but keeping that lower back onto the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to bend the knee. Sole of the foot finds the mat. And then we cross the left ankle over the right knee. Flex the foot, press the knee away. And then take the left hand through the hole. The right hand meets on the other side, interlacing those fingers. And drawing the shoulders down towards the ground. Chin in towards the throat, the chest. And these moments here of stillness. See if you can give the mind, the brain a real rest. Focusing on the breath, maybe telling yourself inhale and exhale. Knowing that it's okay for the mind to be busy at times, to feel like we are constantly thinking of the next step forward. The real strength, the real power comes in allowing those thoughts to sometimes be a little quieter, to maybe let go. Maybe find the stillness, the space, the calm. It's also okay for the mind not to be busy. So knowing that there's no right or wrong, good or bad. But right now, see if you can just allow each thought that comes into the mind to slowly leave the mind also. So not focusing, not holding on, not obsessing over anything. Just allowing them to come and allowing them to go. Focusing just on that breath. Take one more here with our glutes stretch. And letting go of the shin, maybe the hamstring, the sole of the foot finds the floor. And then we lengthen the left leg up towards the ceiling, taking behind the hamstring. Or if you have long arms or long hamstrings, you can take behind the calf. Relax the shoulders. Take those circles through the ankle. Go the other way. Good. One more breath here. Draw the leg in. Softly bending at the knee. The sole of the foot meets the floor. One moment here. Back to the hands into the mat. And then lift both knees into the chest. Take the arms out into cactus or aeroplane wings. Inhale in center. And then exhale, allow both knees to fall to the left as you turn the head away from the legs to the right. Just a few moments here. Seeing again if you can really let go of the legs. If you can allow them to be heavy, to melt into the floor, into the earth. Those shoulders, elbows, also to melt into the floor. Bring one knee, then the other, through center, and then just simply allow them to fall over to the side. So the knees fall to the right, the head to the left, eyes closed. Feel that whole body stretch. The backs of the arms into the floor, the backs of the hands into the floor. Relaxing the shoulders. Just 3 breaths here. After that third breath, bring one knee and the other back to center. Gathering the knees in, giving them a nice little hug, maybe a rock and roll from side to side. Before slowly coming into your Shavasana, onto the back. The legs wide, taking up all the space, maybe the feet as wide as the mat. And then the backs of the hands into the floor, palms open. Need to pop a layer or some socks on, please feel free. As you find your Shavasana, we'll take 3 releasing breaths again, just like we did at the beginning of class. So inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Sigh it out, feel the belly fall. Again, inhale. Feel the belly rise and then exhale. Sigh it all out. Last one, big inhale. Big exhale. And see if you can give in to that pull of gravity. See if you can relax the back of the body into the earth, into the floor. As you welcome your Shavasana, corpse pose. There's a reason that the most important posture, Shavasana, is lying on the earth. It's taking energy, it's receiving energy, but it's also giving. Take 3 more breaths here as you relax from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Good. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. If you want to stay here longer, you can. If not, reaching the arms above the head as if you were just waking up in the morning. Big stretch, lengthening the arms, the legs in opposition. Maybe exhaling, having a yawn, and rolling onto the right side of the body. Pausing there for a moment before coming to sit on the bottom. And then bringing the hands somewhere into the lap, eyes closed. Sit tall through the crown of the head. And just notice how the body feels after moving slowly, calmly, and connecting with the mind, the body, the breath, and the earth. And seeing if you can take a little of this class, this approach to movement, to breath, with you throughout the day, maybe throughout the week also. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Rub them gently to create a little bit of heat, maybe a lot of heat. And when you feel like it's there, just place the hands in front of the eyes. Allow the eyes to slowly open. And then bring in the hands to prayer. Namaste.